Well, hey, Motor Warriors. Man, it has been way too cold here in Tennessee. And I happened to be going through my phone and I saw an old video I shot on my phone last summer. And I thought with all this cold, I could use a video that would remind me that warmer days are coming. It won't be long, y'all. And it'll be back in the 80s and 90s. And then next thing you know, we'll be having those days in the triple digit heat index, like 109, 110, whatever. So be patient. It will get warm. So I hope you enjoy this video about this old bridge. Appreciate y'all. Well, hey, Motor Warriors. This is a very historic bridge built in 1902 or 3, 4, something like that. And it goes across the Duck River over here by Manchester, Tennessee. And depending on what article you read and who wrote that article, the story changes about what's going on with this bridge. But from what it sounds like, this bridge was put here in like the early 1900s, whether that was 1903, 4, or 5, whatever. So it's been here a really long time. And from my understanding, the cutouts up there on the top, from one of the articles that I read, said that a company that is now like doing something else with the military, they were called the Tennessee Bridge Company. And they were experimenting with a new way of making bridges to try and make them, kind of cool looking and fancy. And they built this bridge, and after they did this, they got a contract with the military building ships and stuff like that. And then they stopped being Tennessee Bridge Company and became something else. But this bridge is historic. It's been here. And what's going on is that the state wants to totally tear down this historic bridge and replace it with a new bridge and, a more modern bridge. Well, the estimates are starting at $9 million, but you know how that is with government contracts. They say 9 and it's more like 20. So they're saying roughly $9 million. There's a company that will restore this so that the bridge is safe for vehicular traffic, and they'll do it for, depending on what is exactly wrong with the underpinning of this, $375,000 to $750,000 would be the high end that it would take to just repair this. But the people for the Department of Transportation, which has jurisdiction because it's on the roadway, and the Department of Environment and whatever else their title is called, they're saying no, just rip it down and start again. So they're willing to spend over $9 million of our tax money to get rid of a historic bridge and put a new modern bridge. And all this thing does is go across the river in a camping area. That's all this bridge does. So why they would want to spend that kind of money just to repair this is asinine. But on the side we're facing right up there, there's a campground up in there. And the road that goes up from that direction over there comes up into the campground, goes through a neighborhood that was built with very, very expensive homes and through a country club and all that. Well, even though this park and this bridge were here long before they built those fancy homes in the country club, those people in those houses are saying, we don't want traffic coming through here. So now it sounds like they blocked the road to the park from this way. So you have to come a different way and then go way down and out of your way to come back up through. It's just crazy. And it's all just a bunch of politics and people with a lot of money that bought homes knowing where they were buying these homes. And now they don't want to respect the history because they're not from here. And so it's kind of sad. But if you look at the way those holes are punched out in there, I can't tell what I can see. It's kind of bright in my eyes here. But if you can see that, it's for something back in its day, the way they were punched out like that in heavy steel, it was pretty unique. And it's a pretty cool looking bridge. And it's really sad that people with money that aren't even from the area want to destroy this piece of history of Tennessee. And it kind of breaks your heart. But anyway, there's the Duck River. And man, it's hot out today. We get triple digit heat index again. The actual temperature is, I think, 98 or something like that. And it is hot and humid. But I tell you what, I sure wish I had a fishing pole right now. I'd love to be fishing over here. Hey, Smyrna Cowboy. Hey, Dean, get your gear. Come on, let's go fishing. But anyway, this is the other side of the bridge here, you know, facing the other way. But they probably want to build one more like the main road. That's a State Route 41 right there where that U-Haul just went over. They're probably wanting to build one more like that. But it'd be stupid, because if the people in those fancy houses don't want traffic going through this bridge, it's like it doesn't really serve much of a purpose. It's just historical. So kind of sad, but sometimes that happens. People move into an area and they don't respect your history. They don't really care about the past or whatever. But there you have it, Motor Warriors. I hope you've enjoyed this little trip to Old Stone Bridge. And I'm just looking out. I thought I heard something up in the trees. I was going to see if there was something I could get a picture of, like squirrels or something. But remember to live your life with the heart of a Viking warrior. Now I'm going to get out of the sun, get back on the bike, and ride around out here in the shade. Bye, y'all.